Welcome back to the channel Valuable Coins History. In today's video, we're taking a closer look at the 2014 D Roosevelt Dime, a modern coin with a deep legacy that traces all the way back to President Franklin D. Roosevelt. From its classic design to its huge mintage and valuable era varieties, this small dime carries a big story. Let's dive in. Top 4 first up. The 2014 D Roosevelt Dime is part of the long-running Roosevelt Dime series that began in 1946, created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his death in 1945. The 2014 D issue was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark placed on the right side of the coin near the torch. This dime continues a classic design introduced by Chief Engraver John R. Cynic, featuring a left-facing portrait of Roosevelt on the obverse and the iconic torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. By 2014, the U.S. Mint was producing dimes mainly for circulation needs rather than collectors, and the Denver Mint produced a very large number of these coins, over 1.3 billion pieces, making it one of the most common modern dimes in circulation today. Although the 2014 D-Dime is not considered rare, it plays an important role in the continuation of the Roosevelt Dime series, which has been used by Americans for decades without major design changes. These coins are made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, introduced in 1965 after the U.S. Mint removed silver from regular circulating dimes due to rising metal prices. The 2014 D-Dime has a core of pure copper with outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it durability and resistance to wear for everyday use. Most examples found today are only worth their face value of 10 cents unless they are in high mint state grades, such as MS-67 or MS-68, where collectors may pay a premium due to their perfect strike and flawless surfaces. What makes the 2014 D-Dime interesting for collectors is the possibility of mint errors, which can significantly raise its value. Errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, missing clad layers, or broad strikes are always sought after by error collectors and can turn ordinary 2014 D-Dime into a coin worth many dollars. Despite being a modern issue, this dime carries a historical legacy of Roosevelt's impact on American history, including his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, which is why his portrait remains unchanged on the dime for nearly 80 years. Today, the 2014 D-Dime continues to circulate widely, reminding collectors and everyday users of the long-standing tradition of U.S. coinage and the enduring legacy of one of America's most influential presidents. Next up, the 2008 P Roosevelt Dime is part of the modern era of U.S. coinage and belongs to the long-running Roosevelt Dime series, first introduced in 1946. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint, the P mint mark identifies its origin and connects it to one of the busiest minting facilities in the United States. The 2008 P dime reflects not only the mint production standards of the early 21st century, but also the design continuity that has defined this coin for more than 6 decades. In 2008, the United States was experiencing a period of significant economic uncertainty due to the global financial crisis. Despite this, the demand for circulating coins remained stable as cash transactions were still widely used, especially for smaller purchases. The Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of dimes that year, and the 2008 P-Dime became one of the most common pocket change coins of the period. The obverse of the 2008 P-Dime features a classic portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by Chief Engraver John R. Cynic. Roosevelt's profile faces left, and his initials JS can be seen near the neckline. The mint mark P is placed just above the date, maintaining the standardized appearance used on all modern Roosevelt dimes. This iconic portrait honors Roosevelt's leadership and his work in establishing the March of Dimes. The reverse side includes a familiar torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch. The torch symbolizes liberty, the olive branch represents peace, and the oak branch stands for strength and independence. These symbols have remained unchanged since the coin's introduction, making the 2008 P-Dime instantly recognizable and consistent with decades of American numismatic tradition. The composition of the 2008 P-Dime is copper-nickel clad, consisting of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This composition has been used since 1965, when silver was removed from circulating dimes due to rising metal prices. By 2008, the clad formula was firmly established as a standard for durability, cost efficiency, and long-term circulation use. Even with advanced minting technology, minor production errors occasionally occurred during the striking of 2008 P dimes. These can include die rotation errors, off-center strikes, weak strikes, missing clad layer errors, and die cracks. Such error coins are scarce and can be worth significantly more than regular circulation pieces, making them attractive to collectors who specialize in modern minting mistakes. Most examples of the 2008 P dime entered circulation and saw heavy use during the late 2000s and 2010s. As digital payments increased gradually, fewer dimes were acquired in everyday commerce, but the 2008 P remained widely used for vending machines, parking meters, and small cash transactions. Its presence in circulation helped maintain the mint's mission of supporting the nation's monetary system. For collectors, the 2008 P dime is typically sought as part of complete date-and-mint mark sets of Roosevelt Dimes. While common overall, collectors focus on obtaining high-grade mint state examples. Dimes with full torch, FT, or full bands, FB, designations are especially desirable because they show complete details on the torch, proving superior strikes and handling. The coin's market value is generally low in circulated condition because of its large mintage. However, certified high-grade coins, especially MS-67 or above, can sell for a premium due to their scarce condition rarity. Collectors value these coins for their sharp details, clean fields, and strong luster, which are noticeably harder to find among coins struck from mass circulation. The 2008 P dime also holds educational value for new collectors learning about modern numismatics. Because it is easy to find in pocket change or mixed coin lots, it offers beginners an affordable opportunity to understand mint marks, grading conditions, die varieties, and the clad composition era. This makes it a useful teaching coin in the hobby. Historically, the 2008 P dime represents a period when the mint continued refining its production methods, using more automated systems and stringent quality control measures. Even though most 2008 P dimes appear ordinary, they reflect the technological advancements that shaped how modern U.S. coinage is produced. Faster, more consistent, and with greater precision than earlier decades. Today, the 2008 P Roosevelt Dime remains an active part of circulation and a staple in modern coin collections. While not rare, it carries the story of its era, the financial challenges of 2008, the long-standing tribute to Franklin D. Roosevelt, and the enduring design that continues to define the dime. Its history reminds collectors that even everyday coins hold meaningful connections to American economic and numismatic history. Next up, the 2012 D. Roosevelt Dime is part of the long-running Roosevelt Dime series that began in 1946, created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt shortly after his death. The design was kept simple, showing Roosevelt's profile on the obverse as a tribute to his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. By 2012, this design had already been in circulation for more than 6 decades, and the U.S. Mint continued producing it without major changes. The Denver Mint, represented by the D Mint mark, took the responsibility of striking millions of these coins to meet the country's demand for a small denomination currency. The 2012 D dime was made from a modern clad composition, which includes a copper core sandwich between layers of copper-nickel alloy. This composition gives the coin its silvery appearance, durability, and resistance to daily wear. The coin weighs 2.27 grams, has a diameter of 17.9 millimeters, and features a reeded edge. These specifications were first introduced in 1965, when the U.S. Mint removed silver from dimes due to rising metal costs. Since then, all regular circulation Roosevelt Dimes, including the 2012 D, have been produced with the same clad formula. In 2012, the Denver Mint produced a very large number of Roosevelt Dimes, ensuring that they would be common in circulation. This high mintage means that the 2012 D dime is generally easy to find in pocket change, bankrolls, and coin collections. Because of this abundance, most 2012 D dimes do not carry a high collectible premium, especially in circulated condition. However, collectors still search for sharply struck examples with clean surfaces, as well as pieces saved directly from mint wrap rolls. Although the 2012 D dime is common, certain high-grade examples can attract collector interest. Coins graded MS-67 or MS-68 by professional grading services are considered condition rarities, meaning they exist in much smaller numbers compared to average circulated pieces. A few top-tier coins have sold for notable prices at auction due to their pristine quality and growing demand from registry set collectors. Additionally, errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or missing clad layers can make some 2012 D-dimes valuable when found in circulation. Overall, the 2012 P Roosevelt Dime represents a modern chapter in the ongoing legacy of the Roosevelt Dime series. While it may not be rare in everyday condition, it remains an important part of U.S. coinage history and continues to circulate widely across the country. Its design still honors President Roosevelt's impact on American history, and collectors appreciate the coin as a continuation of a classic series that spans generations. For anyone learning about coins of 2012, D-Dime offers a perfect example of how modern minting, tradition, and widespread usage come together in one small but meaningful piece of currency. Next up, the 1999 P Roosevelt Dime is part of the long-running Roosevelt Dime series that began in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his death. The Philadelphia Mint produced this coin with a P mint mark. Unlike all modern dimes, it was struck in a copper-nickel clad composition. This coin represents the late 20th century era of American circulation coinage, when the U.S. Mint was modernizing production technology and increasing output for nationwide demand. In 1999, the U.S. Mint experienced extremely high demand for circulating coins due to economic expansion. The Philadelphia Mint alone struck hundreds of millions of dimes that year, making the 1999 P one of the more common modern Roosevelt dimes. Even though it is common overall, its history reflects the evolution of coin production, increasing precision, and the popularity of Roosevelt's portrait on U.S. coinage. The obverse of the 1999 P dime features a familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt designed by John R. Sinek, the Mint's chief engraver. His initials JS appear at the base of the portrait, while the mint mark P is found to the right of Roosevelt's neck. The design has remained essentially unchanged for decades, symbolizing stability and continuity in American numismatics. The reverse side of the dime carries the classic torch, olive branch, and oak branch design, representing liberty, peace, and strength. This reverse has appeared on every Roosevelt dime since 1946, making coins like the 1999 P part of historic lineage. The inscriptions United States of America, E pluribus unum, and one dime circle the design, maintaining traditional look collectors recognize. The composition of the 1999 P dime is 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, a clad formerly used since 1965. This change from silver to clad occurred after rising silver prices made silver coinage too expensive to produce. By 1999, this clad composition was already well established, creating durable coins that resisted wear during circulation. Production quality in 1999 was relatively high, but minor striking issues and planchet problems still occurred occasionally. These errors, although rare, make certain 1999 P dimes more valuable to collectors. Examples include off-center strikes, die cracks, broad strikes, and missing clad layer errors. Such coins become significantly more desirable compared to regular circulation strikes. Most 1999 P Roosevelt dimes circulated heavily throughout the late 1990s and early 2000s. As digital payment methods became more common, fewer people used coins daily, but the 1999 P dime still played an important role in commerce. It helped maintain the U.S. Mint's goal of producing reliable coinage to support the country's growing economic transactions. In the world of numismatics, the 1999 P dime is primarily collected for building date and mint sets. Collectors often seek high-grade examples, especially those graded MS-66 and above. Because so many were produced, finding a flawless gem-quality example is much more challenging than obtaining a circulated one, which adds interest for collectors. Another aspect of the 1999 P Dime's history is its role in educating new collectors about modern U.S. coinage. Many young hobbyists start by collecting recent circulation coins. The 1999 P Dime is commonly found in pocket change, making it an easy and affordable entry point into the hobby, while still allowing collectors to learn about mint marks, die varieties, and grading. The market value of the 1999 P Dime remains modest in circulated condition. However, exceptional specimens with full torch, FT, details, or high mint state grades can bring premium prices. This demonstrates how quality, rarity of perfect surfaces, and overall eye appeal influence the value of even common modern coins. While the 1999 P Dime may not be rare, its historical importance lies in its representation of late 20th century minting advancements. During these years, the U.S. Mint implemented improved machinery and higher production standards. The 1999 P Dime therefore reflects the Mint's transition toward more consistent quality and automated processes. Today, the 1999 P Roosevelt Dime remains a widely collected circulation coin with a stable place in numismatic history. It connects the modern collector to the legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the economic boom of the late 1990s, and an enduring design that has appeared on the dime for nearly 8 decades. Though common, its story illustrates how even everyday coins carry rich historical value and significance.